The fabled Carson City Mint is one of my favorites and probably yours as well. The Wild West story, the Wild West Mint, made from silver from the Wild West, it all adds up. But when we think about it, we normally think of the Morgan Dollar program and the 13 special coins that were made. How many of you knew that from 1871 to 1878, they made some smaller denominations? Those are the rare ones. And tonight, you got it, we have one. Tonight we have the smallest coin struck at the Carson City Mint, and it's the dime denomination. Now at that time in history, it was the seated Liberty design, which was from 1837 to 1891. But as I referenced, Carson City struck for a very short period of time. 7 coins, 7 years, a dime. And that double CC mint mark is on the back of that dime. Now, a lot of people just didn't know that. They made dimes, quarters, half dollars, and then the Morgan dollar. But for the early part of the 1870s, dime, quarter, and half dollar. They made a couple of trade dollars, and then in 1878, at that point, all the focus was on one coin and one coin only, that being the Morgan dollar. So all of our coins here in our grouping are 1875, 1876, 1877. I'll explain that a little bit later. The best part, though, is the rarity index, the rarity factor on these coins. I mean, again, how many of you knew one existed? But on the other hand, the reason why you didn't is because the mintages are ridiculously tiny. We're talking very, very small all across the board. So again, 1871 to 1878, a very short period. Now, if you're buying with us more than one tonight, we'll do our best to get you different dates. I know when I looked at the handful we have in stock, and it's not that many, I saw 75 and 76. I know 77 is available in the price range we're looking at, but the others are just way out of the price range. As an example, the 1872, the very first ever dime, $5,000 to $6,000 in the condition you're seeing. The 1873 is a $10,000 coin, and one recently was auctioned off earlier this year in finer condition for $3.6 million. You don't see many of those. 1874, that was another $20,000 coin. So then it becomes affordable in 75, 76, and 77, and then it gets difficult again in 78. So a very, very short window of a unique coin. So we talk about 3%, only 13 years of issue on the Morgan dollar front, and we should. It's a great story. It's the Wild West. But the true Wild West was on the backs of the average individual. You and I, in our covered wagons, taking the trail. What was the coin that we had in our back pocket? There was a half cent, a cent, a half dime, right? There was a nickel, a 5-cent piece made out of nickel. And then there was the dime, quarter, and half dollar, right? The smaller denominations were the workhorse, the backbone of circulation and circulation strikes. Now, these are 90% silver, yes. Good question. Beautiful. They're in this, they call it the Fender. It's the name of the brand of the holder we're using. All of ours are unique to the coin. So as you can see here, the beautiful label. It's the same size as your NGC PCGS. It just protects your coin. Gives it a little extra look and feel and doesn't cost anything extra. So why not have a great looking piece at the greatest price out there? Now our competition, we did find the 1875. They were at 133. And we did find the 1876. And they were at 175. Ours will be a random date from those two. And again, we're at $79.95 tonight. Yes, the forgotten or the little CC is something you might have seen advertised before. When they talk about the little CC, this is it. There's nothing smaller. This is the smallest coin again struck at the Carson City Mint for a very short period of time. Love it. Story's phenomenal. Everything is identical to the Morgan, just shrunk down to 1/10 of its size, which is the dime itself. And that's just a unique story because, again, the Carson City Mint itself opens up and starts striking from 1870, right? They start making the dime in 1872, and then they stop making a dime in 1878. The P's, the O's, the S's, the big mints at that time in history, well, they were out there with much larger mintages. The Carson City Mint was supplying just that regional area. And as a result, the smaller coins did go into circulation versus like the Morgans, where a lot of them were put into the government's bank vaults. Rarity, there's not a Morgan dollar, including the 89cc, that has a population or an index from NGC or PCGS that all these dimes don't beat. Outright. Phones are very busy. Thank you. avccoins.com. That's the place to go. Put it in your shopping cart. They made a lot of improvements over the last couple of months. Hopefully it's slick for everybody, but you don't want to miss out on this one. Push it through your shopping cart. Whether you're getting one, if you're ordering two, again, we'll do our best to get you the 75 and the 76 to two different groups. There might even be a 77 in there. I can't guarantee that. When I was going through the coins, I noticed the 75 and 76, which is what we should be seeing. Again, the others are $5,000 to $20,000 each in the same condition. So tonight it's all about rarity, and this is it. Guys, let's put that 1 minute clock up. I'm down to single digits left. What a great part of our history. The fabled Carson City Mint, but not on a Morgan dollar. We're talking about on the smallest coin it made only for 7 years, 1872 to 1878, the dime. Now, there are quarters and half dollars also that were made those time frames, and we always are hunting those down. But this is the affordable Carson City. The other ones I referenced are much more expensive. Yet these are rarer than the Morgan dollars. It's an affordability index, and that's a great thing, but the rarity unquestioned. So again, with my competition at 133 on the 75 and 175 on the 1876, which are the coins we have, and we're half the price at $79.95. It's just our way of saying we want to do some business. Oh, and by the way, yes, this holder, that's what the word defender means. That's the name of the holder. It just, again, capsules and sleeves have been what we've been seeing for years and years. Why not improve it a little bit? This one does it for no extra fee. Join us, everybody. This one is, no questions, one of the key coins in the show tonight.